Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to solve a question on LeetCode, that is Fibonacci number. This is 509th question on LeetCode and this comes under easy category. Alright, so let's start with the problem statement. The Fibonacci number, commonly denoted Fn, forms a sequence called the Fibonacci sequence such that each number is a sum of two preceding ones starting from 0 and 1. Alright, so basically a Fibonacci series is the sum of previous two numbers. Right, so let's see. Let's first write the Fibonacci series. Okay, so let's say it's starting from 0 and 1. So let's start with 0 and 1. Now the next one is the sum of two previous one. So the sum of 0 and 1 is equal to 1. Now the next number is again the sum of two previous ones. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now again the sum of two previous ones. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Now again 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And so on. So this is basically a Fibonacci series. Now let's see how can we form this series. Right, so let's say we are just storing these sum. Right, so let's say we take two variables. Let me just write the whole series here. Let's say we take two variables. First one is previous and second one is answer. Okay, second one is answer. We just store these two variables and let me write the nth values here. Right, this is nth value and let's try to find out all the values here. Right, so initially the previous one is equal to 0. This is 0. Right, and the answer is equal to 1. Right, these are the two values we already know. Now let's try to form the Fibonacci series here. Right, so for n equal to 1 we have these values. Right, now let's find out for n equal to 2. So now for n equal to 2, what we can say is the answer is basically the sum of two previous ones. So the answer is 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. And the previous answer we can store is 1. We are just copying the value of answer into the previous one. Right. Now let's see for n equal to 3. For n equal to 3, we will get 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And we will just copy the previous answer into our previous variable. So now let's see for n equal to 4. For n equal to 4, it's again the sum of two previous values. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. And we will just copy this value here. So this will be 2. Let's find out the next one. So for n equal to 5, we will get 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And this will be copied here. Right, and now let's see for n equal to 6. For n equal to 6, let me write it clear. Yeah, so this is n equal to 6. For n equal to 6, we will get 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and the previous one will be copied here. So this will become 5. Right, so let's see, we got the same Fibonacci series here. It is 1 1 2 3 5 8. Right, so this is basically the Fibonacci series, and the approach is very simple. We just found out the sum of these two values and stored into this answer variable, and copied the previous answer into the new previous. Right, and again in the next iteration we just copied these two values and updated the answer and updated the previous with the previous answer. Right, so let's quickly write this into the code. I hope the approach is clear to you. So let's quickly code it up. Let's say, so basically we are checking, like we already know these values. Okay, we already know 0 and 1. So we will be starting from 2. Right, so let's first write it here. If n is less than 2, then we will directly return 1. Else in the other condition, let's first store two integers. Int previous is equal to 0. This is 0. Right, and answer will be initialized with 1. Now let's run a for loop. For int I is equal to 2, we are starting from n equal to 2. Right, and I should be less than equal to n and I plus plus. Right, now let's initialize a temporary variable, because let's say we need to store this answer, or we can say we just need to copy this answer variable into the previous, but we will be updating this answer variable, so we need to store somewhere this value. Okay, so let's store this into a temporary variable first. So int temp is equal to answer, and let's update answer with answer plus answer plus previous, right? And let's update the previous one with temporary, right? And let's return answer from here, right? I guess this should work fine. Let's just run it. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's just submit this. Oops, we are getting a wrong answer. Let me just update this. So this should be if n is equal to 0, then we need to return 0 from here, right? So this should work fine now, I guess. Yeah, it's working fine. So let's calculate the time and space complexity of our solution. So the time complexity in this case is big O of n, because we are iterating n times through this loop. So this is big O of n, right? And the space complexity is big O of 1, because we are storing the constant variables here, right? So this is the time and space complexity of the solution. So there is one more solution, or the approach to solve this question is that we can find out through a phi value, that is phi. This is the value through which we can find out the nth Fibonacci number, or this is also known as golden ratio, right? So let's write that approach. So the updated time complexity will become big O of n1, right? So this would be the updated time complexity. This will find out the answer in constant time, right? So let's quickly write that approach. So let me just write it here. Let's say we have let me first clear this. Yeah, so let's initialize a double variable here that will be equal to, let's initialize it with phi, and the phi value is, that is sqrt, that is square root of 5 plus 1, that is divided by 2. This is the value of phi, right? And we will just return the round value of power of phi and divided by sqrt 5. Let's run it. Yeah, it's working fine. Let us submit this. Yeah, it's working fine. So the time complexity of the solution is big O of 1, and space complexity is big O of 1, because we are just doing the operations here, right? So that is it for this video. I hope the approach and solution is clear to you. If you still have any doubt in this question, feel free to comment it down. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video.